The Bumble, Fumble, Tumble, Crumble, Stumble, Dum Dum. Listen, this is part of my Dating in 2026 and Beyond series that fell upon my beautiful algorithm lap just the other day. And this is in relation to one of those confounded apps that I hate so much. For anyone who's trying to date in this day and age, God bless you. Really. This is about the app Bumble. Before we get into it, hello, my name is Lena and welcome to my channel. And if you're enjoying this series, I have other series, I have other topics, and I hope that you meander around and take a look and see which topic tickles your fancy. But this one will be part of my dating series because it all is all related. And if you like, you can subscribe, like, share, hype, do all the wonderful things that the YouTube algorithm commands of you in order for your creators to be successful on this platform. Let's take a look at what the new revolutionary happenings are in the world of the dating app, specifically Bumble. Stick to.
Bumble has announced that it's scrapping the women start the conversation thing. Men can now start the chat.
Wait, what? What is the point of that app then?
Bumble says that it did its own research, its own surveys, and according to its data, 66% of female respondents said that they prefer for men to send the first message. Many said that they would feel like there was less pressure on the dating experience if men made the first move. So I guess it's abandoning its entire core purpose / selling point to expand it. But there you go. Bumble is just like all other dating apps now.
I said it and I'll say it again. Get off the apps. That is not a dating app. None of them are. It is the lottery where your chances of winning are very slim to none. I understand that you need to be in it to win it, but at the end of the day, I choose to pay for a lottery ticket every once in a while. I am not in a membership club for a lottery ticket, which, by the way, a lot of these apps are expecting you to pay $25, $50 a month, from what I understand, in order for you to swipe, click, not get a response, and you are literally pissing your money away because you think that by getting on these apps, you have better options and better turn of winning, and you don't. Because the problem with this is that you're thrown into a shark-infested water of many people in many different places, countries, which, by the way, if you're not looking around in your area and you're looking for outside of the country, why? Why? And you may or may not get a date. You are paying monthly for to be rejected because there's an epidemic on these apps that people are being rejected more than they are being accepted. And now Bumble, which was supposed to be a woman-centric type of app where the woman is the one that initiates the actual communication with the men versus the way it had been done conventionally by all other apps, which, by the way, the minute I heard that, sorry, I'm changing my screensaver. The minute I heard that, even when it did hit the IPO on the stock market, I was like, this is not going to last. It's not going to last. Why would it? First of all, you're in a pool. I appreciate what she tried to do, in the sense that she used to work for Tinder, the owner. And now, because of some controversy, she left and she showed them what she could do and she opened up Bumble. But now this is why I felt that it was not going to work. One, you cornered the market for a specific type of person that has the, let me say it in Spanish, cojones, bolas, to want to initiate a conversation with a man, right? So now you're niche down, which is why I also have a problem with in YouTube. If you niche down, you're stuck in that niche and you better be very successful because you're never going to get out of it, right? Same way with this whole Bumble thing. When there's so many other options, so many other apps, why would any one person want to be on a niche type of app unless it's a niche for, let's say, Star Trek lovers, people who like to watch Star Trek, Star Wars, MCU. Like that, though it's ridiculous because I still have to pay, would make more sense. But if you're putting it in the perspective of a woman or a person, let's say it was a man's side, like with the men initiated, which is what was going on with the other apps, it's all the same people looking for the same thing, from what I gather, and that money that you're spending and not spending, because a lot this IPO and this stock and this company is gonna fall. It's already fallen from when it's opened. Okay, um, that money you could be doing something else with it, and in this economy, you need to be doing something else with it because you can't even buy a cup of coffee anymore. That's groceries for a lot of people. That's rent per year, per month, gas, which by the way is still expensive. Not going to say anything, but you know what I'm talking about, okay? When is the Strait of Hormuz going to be open? When is our deal going to happen? Just the other day, I saw 410 in Long Island. A gallon. These are real world issues. And people are now at the point where they're eliminating anything they can't afford. And dating is one of them. And these apps, which was never set up for you to win. Yes, there are unicorns. Yes, there are people that can match. But yes, there are people who win the lottery. I know, like I said, you want to spend monthly to be in a lottery instead of going outside and looking at the people in your neighborhood, or, in the local coffee shop, I shouldn't say office because not every office allows romance, but actual going out and having some fun. So when I saw this come up, I was like, yeah, she had to give it up. She knew that she was not winning. Good for her. Still, it's not winning for you. You're not winning. I didn't take pleasure, but I smirked at this because I'm like, and then the others will fall as well because people are getting sick of this shit. And what is so crazy about it is that they're not even trying to reverse it as far as the people who are getting sick of it and actually saying, you know what, let's go back to basics. Let me go out and have some fun. No, they're becoming secluded, isolated. They're talking to AI chatbot robot romances. They're falling in love with their AI, components online. Not everyone, but a lot of people have actually given up on the prospect of being in a relationship at all. Because at this point, they'd rather just create one. This sounds like, I know I'm going way back, weird science, where they just make the perfect person for them and it's coming. Because at least if I can see where a majority of them are saying, the hell with this crap, I'm going to go back to the real world experience. No. And it's depressing and it's lonely and, there's sadness. And that concerns me because I know that I'm very grateful that my son found the woman that he found, because there was a period there where he was in that dating lull. And I can't remember me being at that age that low. Like when we were dating, we were having fun. We were out in the clubs. We were dating. We were meeting people. Like there was never an issue of finding someone. It was an issue of who do you say yes to? Because again, I grew up Gen X and everything was also AIDS related, condoms, and you couldn't just have free love anymore, you know? Um, but my son and a lot of his friends were in that bucket. And I'm like, guys, you're young. Like you should be out there having fun. Like you should be able to, grab a shorty, showing my age. And my son was like, the problem is there's nothing out there. I'm like, wow. So I'm grateful that he found someone and that, she's a good woman and she takes care of him, because I don't know. And a lot of his friends are in the same boat. Some of them are getting married and some of them are single and they're like, I can't find anybody. And these are relatively young guys. Like my son is 30, he's going to be 31 because I'm going to be 56. So, I am in, because I came back from Miami and I'm in the sphere somewhat. So I hear them and I hear them talking, and it's like, I don't remember, because I had a lot of male friends too. One of my best friends is a guy and he had a lot of his friends around him. I don't remember the conversation ever getting this dark or ever being to the point where, yeah, we can't find someone. I'm like that, to that point. When I say find someone, I'm not talking about a one night stand. Okay. I'm talking about someone that you can, may not want to get married right away, but you could have a long term relationship or relationship. My God, something that lasts more than 6 minutes, 6 months, 6 weeks. Now, it may not turn into a marriage. It may fail. But people are not even moving in together. They're not, watching these apps. If you think Bumble is going to fumble and stumble and fall, Tinder's right behind it. Plenty of fish should tell you enough. That is not what I'm going with this. I'm more concerned of the real world issues of when these apps do fail. What is the fallback? Because AI chatbox relationships, which I'm going to do a separate video to connect it to this one, is real. It's happening right now, and you don't even know it because you don't know who's in it. And if we become isolationists, I think I said it right, where we are not communicating physically with each other and face to face and there's going to be a lot of social awkwardness. I feel like, I know this is crazy to say, something that I have noticed in the generations below me, um, social manners, being able to communicate effectively with people, not being able to hold long-term conversations, um, becoming insanely drunk or high off of, um, when they're in a room, they don't know how to just have small talk. It's a weird thing. I'm seeing this a lot more now that I'm out of my cocoon and I'm back in New York. Um, I think a lot of people that are online doing whatever social media thing, the big names, they have a way of communicating and, they talk to people and they get people to think and engage and stuff like that. But I wonder if they're doing this because there's some people who upload 5, 6 times a day. I would like to know more about them in a sense like, do you get out of the house? Do you have a family? Are you able to communicate in front of people? Like, I love being in a crowd and small talking people, getting to know them, getting to know you, getting to know all about you. And I'm going to tell you, psychology wise, in my psyche, part of that, and I'm going to admit it, is because I'm afraid of people asking me about me. So in order for me not to get in focus to someone, I generally turn and start asking about them. That is one of the side effects of why I'm able to speak to many different people. That's one of the side effects. Another side effect is that I'm generally interested in talking to different types of cultures, different type of people, different type of age groups to get their perspective, to understand their mind. It's fascinating to me. Now, I'm not averse to people asking me questions about my life. It's just that, unfortunately, I'm in a group of people that are not of my age group, and a lot of them don't ask me questions because I'm a little bit older than them, and B, a lot of them talk because they're sad, or if they even talk at all. And that already, my empathy comes out to them, and I'm like, all right, what's going on? Talk to me. What's happening? What's going on? But I'm not going to talk about the circle that I'm in. I'm talking about just in general, going outside. Like, I people watch a lot. Like, when I was sitting in my car yesterday, waiting for the girls to come out of Old Navy in my prior video that I just did, after back to school shopping, I just sat in my car. I didn't play with my phone. I didn't look at anything. I just sat and watched people walking around, and it was more eye opening than I expected. I think I'm going to have to go to Central Park again and do my people watching, because there is a serious problem with interaction. You know, I don't see, it's crazy. I don't see groups of friends anymore going out. Now, it's possible they're doing it online and I just don't have the algorithm to see it. But I don't see, like, back then, there was always cliques, there was always groups. Like, as much as I hate to say this, Sex and the City, and Just Like Crap, not so much Sex and the City. I still have an affection for it, but Just Like Crap, where people were together, hanging out, going out, having fun. I don't hear that much because I don't believe a lot of these people online. I call them Insta lives. You know, they're all fake. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't believe that you're all doing what you're supposed to be doing or say you're doing. So instead of it being something good that these apps fail, I feel like it's going to tap into an insecurity that is already being done because a lot of these people are giving up on these apps and not going into the wilderness and gathering and hunting for affection, emotion, love. They are now building their own little conclave or cave and staying in there and not coming out and having relations with people who don't even exist. So that's the sad truth. But stay tuned for my AI chat box lover because, hopefully I'll get that out in the next couple of days. But I'm hoping to get these 3 videos out today. That's why you see me wearing the same shirt. And I hope that you, let me know if you heard about this. Have you tried Bumble? Have you bumbled a stumble? Have you stumbled on Bumble? Do you feel the same way that these apps are just going to collapse? I am trying not to rhyme. I promise you. So I want to wish everybody a beautiful rest of your day, weekend, week, month, year, because the year is almost over, because it's back to school. The most wonderful time of the year for the parents. Literally. It's like 2 weeks away. I don't know about you, but school starts in September out here in the real world. Okay. And I already hear the crying, the bitching, the moaning, and the first day of school, I want to hear it everywhere. Okay. And then after that, it's the fall. And by the way, it's already Halloween in all the stores. I saw some Christmas stuff. We've passed over Thanksgiving. There's not a turkey in sight. But it's a fresh start coming in less than 6 months. So let's make this rest of the year wonderful. And I would love for you all to, who have not joined my community, to reconsider. Because I'm going to be pumping out more videos as the kids go back to school. Because it's going to be the most wonderful time of the year for me to start really catching up with my recordings, uploads, and just general getting back to you. So talk to you soon. Goodbye.